Hello guys, welcome to my Path of Exile stream.
Yeah, you should definitely do ASR.
I heard that's really successful on Twitch, actually.
Even from guys?
Maybe not as much. Here, you make a point. I got the hair for it, but not the rest of me. What are you running here? You prepping for 0.4?
No, I wouldn't call it prep exactly. I just kind of wanted to log in and blast a bit, and I'm just playing some weird Chronomancer, Ice Nova, Frostwall build. But it's fun, so...
Yeah, I played a little bit of, who was it? Jungrone's, either Chronomancer, like Snake Pit, Frostwall, Frost Orb thing. You remember that build? I don't know if you saw that build or not, but that one was pretty cool.
No, I haven't seen that, but I guess it's relatively close to what I'm going for then. I'm not sure what the Snake Pit does there exactly. Like, what was that, the last skill?
The Snake Pit made the Frost Orbs explode onto the wall. So you could launch them, and then it would blow up on the wall, and then you could summon the wall with the cast on. But then I think they nerfed it. I don't think it works that way anymore. If I remember right, that intention got removed. But it was a pretty cool build for a while there.
Okay.
It's kind of low DPS,
I don't know.
but it was cool.
I just loaded up something and I was just experimenting. So, you know, like Zork is something I have not done too much of. I played one in 0.1. And that was it. It was like some fireball build I played back then, which was kind of funny with like 1,000 bounces from the walls. So that looked really cool, and you get like negative FPS every time you press the button, and you get the there were the support chambers, unless you trigger extra projectiles or something.
Wild shards.
Yeah, exactly, that one. Yeah, so when that triggered, and I think with Unleash, and it was kind of funny. And then you had like ricochet from the wall.
You played a bunch of 0.3, right?
Yeah, I played quite a lot actually.
What was your favorite build out of like the entire 0.3? What ended up being like your main favorite build?
This was actually my starter, which was Ice Crossbow guy with Merc. So it was, I called it Ice Shotgun. So that was basically Herald of Ice, and then the I don't know, whatever they're called, attackers or crossbows. That was really cool actually, and it was very good build as well. I did like easily everything, like +3 bosses and whatever later.
I like the. I don't know if you played. Did you play Witch Hunter? Is that what you played? Because for me, Witch Hunter.
Yeah, I played Witch Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, Witch Hunter was my surprise of the league, because I always talk to Lava. He's always in here, and he's always playing HCSSF as Witch Hunter, and he places either first or second, or he's normally very high up on the leaderboard with that. And I never really tried the Witch Hunter, but I tried it last league for the first time, and I didn't realize like how good Witch Hunter actually is. Like, it feels like everyone's been
Witch Hunter was insane actually.
No, it's really, really good. And so if we weren't getting Druid, I think I would be league starting Witch Hunter, or maybe I hate ED Contagion. That's why I'm playing. At the moment, I have some minions, and I'd probably either league.
You played some ED Contagion. I had a really good time with ED Contagion as well. It feels very nice for how it clears maps.
Yeah, like it's satisfying, but like at the same time, it's like satisfying but unimpact. I don't know how to describe it. It's like Viper Strike of the Mamba, but like I don't get the satisfaction of like hitting them with it and then watching going from one to a bunch. You're kind of like cursing multiple with the Unleash, and then you got to put the curse on them. And it's just, I don't know. Like it's a little weird to me, but it is good. But yeah, Zealot is.
Yeah, I played I think I played 4 characters to like 94 to 96 or so this league. So I did like 3 on. Did I have 3? Yeah, 3 on softcore SSF and 1 on hardcore SSF. I have a 96 hardcore SSF monk.
How you feel about SSF in 0.3?
Well, definitely a lot more fun than it used to be. And I mean, the items I made this league compared to like the previous 2 leagues, is, you know, it's like day and night. It's crazy. like I checked my crossbow. Like my crossbow is like, I don't know, literally double the DPS from the one I had in 0.1 or something. Plus it has 6 to all skills or something. Like I don't know, man.
The essences were. I mean, I feel like everyone's focusing on the abyss, like the abyss crafting being crazy, which it is. But like the essences are like feels to me like a huge portion of why it's absolutely fucking wild. Like you get the +6, you get the onslaught, like it.
Yeah.
It's like
I think the onslaught is not a problem, but the +6 to all skills, or like there's like a caster equivalent as well. Like this is like way too much for like a guaranteed suffix this gives you way too much, right? You just take any weapon, slam this in, and you have double damage. Guaranteed. You know, no matter what suffix it replaces, it doesn't matter. Like, this is way too much, I think.
No,
So,
I agree. I kind of hope that they do a little bit of re-looking into the plus to levels. I know it would. I was talking to Ghazi about this, and I was kind of like, it's on my prediction list. You know, as a maybe. Like maybe they'll look into it because I don't know if they're how much rebalancing they're actually
yeah,
doing this
I
patch.
think they have to, because like it's just completely out of whack compared to other suffixes. You know, like this suffix is just so much better than any other suffix, and it's guaranteed. You know, no risk. So there's no other suffix that is even remotely close. Okay, that's like 20% attack speed or so. Yeah, that's like maybe worth 2 Skittles. You know.
Okay, and then
Or something like
there was something else that happened on launch. So like I didn't say anything about it until later on after they nerfed it because I reported it. But there was I don't know if you know this, but there's a bug that happens in Act 4 in the campaign where if you get an essence, let's say you get a greater essence that shows up, you can just sit there and click respawn at checkpoint, and it will regenerate another greater essence. So it'll lock that in, like whatever type of essence you have, up to the cap of what the map can spawn. And there's some, like for instance, the where is it? The one right after you pop the bubble in Act 4, like they hide you in the church, and then you pop the bubble, you go out. Like there's an essence that spawns like up the stairs there, and if you respawn and it happened to have been a greater essence, you could just keep respawning essences up to like 12 of them or something. And you could do this in every map or every time you opened a new instance. So you could effectively generate infinite essences. Like you could just have as many essences as you wanted. And it would guarantee a greater if you had a greater ever show up once. So it was completely fucking busted. So in the beginning when essences were worth nothing, I think what was happening is like people figured this out because it was kind of obvious if you just like accidentally reset once after you killed it, you're like, oh, the essence is back. And then you like immediately realize it. So I'm pretty sure that's why essences in the beginning were worth absolutely nothing, because I think people figured this out and farmed like, you know, fucking thousands of essences and dumped them on the market.
Yeah, that is definitely wild. But this is fixed now, what?
Yeah, it was fixed pretty quickly. I reported that, and they fixed it. Because I mean, it's interesting tech, but yeah, it's kind of OP. I don't think they fixed the Omen version, but again, it only goes up to the cap. So like Omens, you could only get 2 of. So like that map that in the campaign where like gives you Omen, you could just it's more of like a speedrun tech now, where you can still respawn and they'll regenerate another Omen there, but they'll only give you 1 more because you can only get 2 in that map. So.
By the way, I sent you a Stream Together invite if you want to do that.
Are we on for like a friend request?
No, it's on Twitch. Have you never done this?
Oh, you're talking about the thing? Yeah, let me grab that. Hold on.
The thing, yeah.
The thing, yeah.
Just have to press accept, and then we have like shared chat and stuff. So I think that might be nice.
Yeah, there you go. I got you. I'm hitting the button. Yes.
Okay.
We should be.
I just need to mute that basically.
Yeah, I muted mine. As soon as we should be good. I muted mine in, so. And chat, is chat together now? Is that working? I think you have to hit the share chat button and then it should work.
Check.
I need more mana.
There it is.
Oh, chat. Okay, there. Yeah.
This is the part where both of the chats attack each other.
Let's go.
All right, so 0.4. Let's talk 0.4 plans. Where you know what you're starting? You going Druid? I would assume, like everybody, or you going for some kind of different?
I mean, I'm definitely excited for Druid. It's an archetype I generally enjoy a lot. Like I liked it in D2, I liked it in D4, and I think it's gonna be probably the best one yet out of those, basically.
It's pretty good.
So yeah, I'm definitely excited. And I will definitely cook something for like at least a starter build or something for Druid. Just like based on like whatever we get in terms of info, and we'll see what it can do. Yeah, I would probably not be able to play the launch too much, unfortunately, because it's also like kind of coinciding with the D4 launch, and I will probably stick to D4 for a little bit longer and then go PoE after.
So what are you thinking? Do like
Yeah.
like the D4 is what, the 9th, right? So you'll do that for like 3 days. On the 12th, maybe the launch, you play PoE 2 for a couple of days, go back to D4, and then go back to PoE 2, or?
Yeah, I haven't decided exactly yet what I will do, but probably something like that, yeah.
Hot enough to strip first.
And then probably like in January or something, I was gonna like, blast the entire month PoE 2 or something after I'm done with like all the D4 stuff. But yeah, D4 comes out with like a pretty big patch, and the leaderboards, I wanna get like rank 1s and stuff, so I don't really wanna miss that, for the first time that we actually get the leaderboards and stuff.
Like more than just the pit leaderboards this time, surely. It's like actual full-on leaderboards, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, this is a system that is somewhat similar to the pit, but that will have a leaderboard, yes.
Okay.
And basically they're like developing this over the next few seasons, so it's kind of like relatively bare bones right now, but they have promised that there's going to be a lot of stuff that is going to come, and they have like a whole new like team basically working on that. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this will go.
They had a
And I kinda wanna
PTR
dive in.
recently, right?
Give
Yeah.
up all
You played the PTR, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You were overall pretty positive about it, or?
Yeah, I think the game is definitely going in the right direction there. It's kind of funny because the game is simultaneously becoming more D3 and more PoE. That is quite an achievement, but it happened, yeah. Yeah, but they've done like a relatively big rebalance of everything, actually. So they have also like remade like the whole like monster AI, like all the elite affixes, so stuff like that is also happening. So like some kind of like, you don't nothing really like super flashy that you can just say, hey, this is coming like in a Druid or something.
Right.
But once you play it, notice the difference. It's very different from how the game felt before in terms of difficulty, progression speed, and these kind of things. And definitely feels a lot better on all these aspects.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was, maybe it was the Rax interview or something. I saw somewhere where people were talking about, because I haven't played since, I played Vestal of Hatred, and then after that, I just like I was bored, so I kind of just didn't log in again. But the game is harder now? Is that what I hear? Like it went from hard to easy to back to like harder? Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the difficulty curve was generally all over the place, season by season, because they did a lot of like rebalancing and stuff. But this time they actually did like some overarching changes that kind of go with that, and yeah, generally made the game harder and a bit slower, so that it's like not this like crazy like just kind of face roll everything from the start kind of fiesta. And yeah, everything just feels a little bit better with like the progression and your build choices and stuff, and like defenses actually matter and so on. So previously that was like not the case at all. Like he was just like invincible pretty much on any builds and just blasting, one-shotting everything. So there was like nothing really to like build your character up or something.
All right, so that's defenses. That's a good segue here. Do you think they're going to tackle defenses in 0.4 with the PoE2 launch? Like, you think they're going to look at ES? Or...
Well, I mean, one thing I would really like is for them to actually make deflection potential 100%. Because that is not possible right now. It's they made it. It also doesn't make any logical sense. I think about how deflection works. I think that should be changed because they made it scale like an exponential scaling defense. Like evasion, every % more is exponentially better, right? But deflection, that is not the case. It's just linear damage reduction, effectively. But they still made it scale exponentially with how much rating you need. So I think that makes no sense. So it would be nice if there was a way to get like 100% deflection in some way. And besides that, it seems like armor has been in a pretty good spot this patch. And then ES, I think, is just still overtuned. I think that needs to probably go down.
Yeah, I think armor's fine. I'm always just going to say life and armor and warriors are dog shit just to hopefully like scam them into giving me more buffs. But I think they're in a lot better spot for sure. Like the armor change with the element was better than like I assumed it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of ass.
No, I expected it to be pretty good, and well, it turns out it was pretty good. So yeah, that's definitely nice to see. I haven't done too much of warrior, but I have like a level 88 warrior sitting somewhere that I might like play a little bit in the next days as well, and we'll see. But I was mostly on the ES and evasion side this patch with most of my builds.
I just haven't done too much evasion. I mean, I did a Deadeye to like 94 in hardcore or something, and then died, and then pushed to like 95 or some shit like that. Died to Simulacra. I did everything with it because it's Deadeye, right? But then...
Yeah, but dude, I did everything but Simulacrum 3. I had to like log out on wave 15, man. And then I was like, oh fuck, I don't have time to farm another Simulacrum now, so try again.
Yeah, I died to I roll off my row, and I was just like, I'm just going to see if I can tank the slam. Big Fat Boy was like going on the slam. I'm like, I'm just going to see if I can survive it. The problem with evasion for me is it doesn't feel... Like, the only reason I like evasion for hardcore is because I use it to proc, like, Ghost Shroud, right? Or Ghost Dance, whatever the fuck it's called at this point.
Yeah.
In order to get more ES. So I feel like if I don't have
yeah,
ES with
going
evasion...
hybrid is very effective, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I feel it's like you have to go hybrid. Like pure evasion doesn't really feel like it's something you can do at all.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I meant about the deflection, right? So initially they said that deflection can go 100%, but the reality is you can't hit 100%. Actually, a friend of mine on Trade League who like he just bought like the craziest evasion gear with all the deflection nodes and everything, right? He had like 600,000 deflection rating, and he was still not capped, you know, like. So I was like, okay, this is fucking bullshit, right? There should be at the very least maybe a mechanic. I discussed this the other day actually. Like there should be maybe something similar to the Ghost Shrouds, maybe where, let's say the typical deflection build has something like 50% deflection, right? And then for every second you don't get hit, you get like plus 10% chance, or you know something like that, where it still rewards you for building into evasion and for not getting hit, and like the whole like kind of archetype is preserved, right? And it still helps you against those one shots, because I think this is really what deflection is about.
Yeah, you have no mitigation. You only have evasion. So, and your
exactly.
Your hit pool is terrible.
Yeah, I think they need to make a mechanic like that, where okay, like it kind of builds up more reflection to up to 100% over time, right? And then maybe with more investment, you make this time like faster to get to 100% or something, right? So that would be nice, I think. And then this would make a lot more sense, I think.
I think the problem is like energy shield is kind of ruining everything is my issue, because if you have ES so big and they make deflection strong, then they're really making hybrid stronger is what they're actually doing. And like hybrid is like already like kind of busted. So if they make deflection 100%, people are just going to try to get 100% deflection with as much ES as they can, and then you have an even more fucking you basically have ES with spell suppression now, you know, the equivalent of it, and it's like it maybe needs to make.
Yeah, I agree. So maybe it shouldn't be like some kind of, you know, uncapped, like, okay, it just scales up to more and more deflection or something, right? Like, and let's say there's a keystone and just says, okay, every second gain plus 5% deflection until you get hit and then you lose it or something, right? So if they do that, then yeah, people will just pick the keystone and then have like 20k energy shield and that, and they will never die to anything, right? But you could also make it something like, I don't know, your deflection chance is doubled after 3 seconds of not getting hit or something, right? So if you have 50%, then it jumps to 100 or something like that, right? So there's like ways to go around this, I think.
But it feels like to me, in order for it to matter for pure evasion, you have to have a way where every single time you get hit that you are deflecting it, or else in hardcore it's completely unviable. I mean, I know they don't really balance the game for hardcore, but I'm just saying for the point of a hardcore conversation, like you can't really ever use something that has a chance of it just not working. Like 99 spell suppression, I might as well have 0%, right? Like
yeah, and the thing is that if you have high evasion, like generally you don't get one-tapped by random stuff in maps, I think, like unless like it's some really big stuff. It's mostly like the bosses that will one-tap you. And in that case, bosses are kind of slow, and if you have a mechanic like the one I explained, you would generally have the deflection up, unless you get hit 2 times in a row and then you're just fucked. And then you probably deserve it anyway, right? So
true. Dude, you're my good luck charm. I just picked up a random magic item off the ground, and I'm playing like just a fuck around learning skeletal snipers here, and it has plus 40 spirit and plus 1 level of minion skills. So that's
wait, what level are you?
Like 46. I mean, you know, I'm in Act 4. Like that's pretty good for right now. Pretty good. I'll take it.
Sounds good, huh? I see the reactions in chat.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait, what the fuck? I just randomly ID this item. So, okay, so speaking of predictions, what is your major prediction for, let's say, Druid balance? Like, do you think he's going to be completely nuts, dog shit? You think they get it right? Like, what's your take on it?
I think they will try to make him fit in, right? So this is generally the idea. I don't think that they're banking on, okay, Druid is going to come out, it's going to be a really crazy OP or something. I don't think it would hurt that, you know, whatever balance they decide on would be, you know, let's say they somehow get everything right to like 100% of balance, right? On every class and every skill. Then if they can do that, then I would probably give the Druid like some 5% bump, you know, or something like that, or like maybe 10% bump. Just because it's new, people don't really figure out the best combos right away, right? Everything else is like kind of figured out pretty much, and plus minus the changes that are coming, right? But it's going to take longer to get to the same performance on the Druid as it does on the other classes, because everything is new. So I would make him maybe tiny bit OP on purpose, and then, you know, fix it in 0.5 or whatever. And there you go. So this is like what I expect will happen and what should happen. So I don't expect we're gonna see like some like lightning spear shenanigans again. You know, lightning spear was just like so OP. And yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe we will, because some crazy combo. I mean, the thing is that the game matures and there's gonna be more and more potential for stuff to slip through, right? We have more uniques, we have more, like anything. Crafting now, there's like maybe some crazy stuff we can do with like the abyssal mods, or who knows. And they didn't think about it, and suddenly something turns out OP. But that can just as well happen on the other classes as well whenever they introduce something, right?
I'm mildly worried, and I'm not saying it is. I mean, I've seen the Druid, but like I saw them very, early phase, like it's not a fleshed out thing. But I'm mildly worried just because it's shape-shifting forms that it might feel kind of clunky to play. You know what I mean? Like, because you're walking around as a bear or whatnot. Like, I hope it feels smooth and good, because the WASD feels really good in PoE2, right? Like, I think that's one of the smoothest. So I kind of hope that you still manage to have like that, smooth feeling when you're walking around as a bear or whatnot. Because I remember when I was down there and they were trying to...
Why would you not have that feeling?
Well, I mean, to give you an example, because when I was down there and they were working on the wolf, like, part of the reason it was stuck in animation how and so long is trying to get the movement just right. Because it's like, okay, when a dog walks sideways, like, what does that look like? Have you ever seen your dog, like, walk sideways while looking straight ahead? Like, probably not.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like they solved it now, right? Because they're releasing the Druid, so I expect that... I actually expect it's gonna be like a humanoid kind of like, where like, D4 style.
That's what they had to do. Like, it was...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because when I was down there, they were happy with the dog walking on all four. And I was like, guys, this looks fucking weird. Like, it looks really weird. Like, the arms were like 3 times longer than like the back arms. Like, it looked weird, dude. It looked really fun. It was like some Dr. Seuss shit, where it's kind of walking around. It's like, I don't know
I
about
definitely
this.
expect it's going to be a humanoid style, like walking on 2 legs. So we also saw this in the trailer now, like in this teaser, right? Where he was standing there and he transforms and was still standing. So I'm pretty sure this is exactly what they're doing.
No, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're doing the stand-up thing. Because originally they were kind of doing the all-fours thing. But then they were running into the problem. It's like, I mean, what do you do? Like, what is if you have a wolf that's running on all fours, right? Like, what is the attacks that you have? Like, don't you run into the issue where it's like, it's just, you have a bite, right? And like a swipe, or like, and then what the fuck do you do? Like, it was pretty fun to watch. And they were trying to figure it out, but it looked absolutely badass though. Like the wolf and the bear look pretty badass. It's the third one though that's the one I'm excited by.
Is it a Moonkin form?
No, I can neither confirm nor deny if it's a Moonkin, unfortunately. But that's the one I'm mostly excited for.
Well, I was actually talking about this earlier with my chat. So I expect there's gonna be some like Druid only like Ascendancy form, and that is gonna be maybe something like a Moonkin, where it's like it doesn't have its own skills, It's just like kind of like stat boost and maybe some other like the small stuff. And that is like, tied to one of the Ascendancies, and it's maybe like, one of the like caster things, or, something like that. It doesn't have to be a Moonkin necessarily, but, the idea of the Moonkin from WoW, right? Where it's like, you just transform, you don't get any spells or something. It's just, you're that and you have a boost or something. So that's what I expect.
Wait, were you a Boomkin player? Is that you're sounding like a Boomkin player?
No, actually, I've not really played a lot of Boomkin in WoW, but it just kind of like came to my mind, when I was thinking about, okay, what could be a third form?
Right,
because, okay, people were talking about, okay, we have the wolf, we have the bear, someone was saying cat. I'm like, dude, we have wolf, you want to do a cat? Like, okay, they're going to bite and claw in like 2 different ways, or what? Like, what do you want to do? So,
well, I mean, I feel like a wolf and a cat would be like too many of the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so either way, I don't expect that. So if anything, it's going to be, I don't know, if they're going to do like a real third form with all the skills and, 8 different attacks or something, I don't know, maybe they're going to do some really weird shit like, I don't know, some elephant or whatever.
Elefante. Yeah, an elephant would go hard. It is not an elephant, I'll leak that much. All right, nice try though. But an elephant would actually be pretty fucking badass.
I will put you down.
Big old slam.
Maybe it's like some, like fantasy, like, monster, right? So who knows?
Suffer and die.
A were roa, how about that?
A roa? Yeah, no, I was saying this, and too many people took me seriously. That the third transformation is you can turn into a roa, and your fellow friends can like ride you.
How can I
And
Holy
you can
man,
stack
Top
your
Gun on the
stats.
back.
Exactly, dude. It'd be great. That would be
Eagle. That could be interesting. Yeah, it could be actually like a cool like thing where they can maybe like swoosh around, you know, like I'm thinking about the you know the Firebird hero from Dota or something. I love that one, the Phoenix.
Oh yeah, I played League
where, like,
unfortunately, so I don't know the Dota
Ah, shit.
references. I know.
Yeah, but yeah, that's like one way you can like you like dive in and you like boomerang back to where you started, like all over the screen. That's so cool, and I love that. Like that something like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, if I have no idea, but if whatever it is, I'm sure will be really cool, and people will not be not be expecting. But it's the
Yeah,
whatever
if
the third
anything,
is,
like-
I'll be playing.
If anything, like GG is cooking with their weird ideas most of the time, so I'm not really too concerned, no matter what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna League start Druid and then probably play hardcore until I die, and then I'm debating like becoming a degenerate softcore trade player for a league and just trying to make some like absolutely gross shit, because I watched a few videos this week and some of the shit people are doing in the late league is absolutely hilarious. Like there's a guy who did a full Sanctum run glitch, I think his name was. It's like a 5-minute full all four floors of Sanctum. It's like what the fuck? People are doing
definitely
some.
what the fuck.
Yeah, he would. There's, I guess you can like ball lightning, teleport the ball lightning to like bypass the gauntlet and shit. Like you can. There's a bunch of shenanigans you can do, and then of course he has temporalis. I mean, obviously, so he's warping around temporalis. But then he's like he's just bypassing half the fucking maps because he just ball lightnings and then lightning warps onto the ball lightning from like a mile away, and it just skips the gauntlet entirely. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
That is, I didn't know it was possible actually. It's kind of funny.
I didn't either. I watched that. I was like, oh my god, like this is surely this shit is getting nerfed. Like there's no way. Did you play Chalupa Monk at all?
Twice actually.
This league or
Yeah, in 0.1 and this league. And my hardcore monk was actually Chegula until level 95 or something.
Okay,
Then
we
I
had
switched in Loka.
yeah, we had a similar experience. So I died to a Tropical Paradise because I always get fucking greedy.
Oh my god.
Like leveling in maps. But I was playing Darkness Reservation. So I don't know if you mess around with that, but it's the Sanctum shit is back on the menu, boys, where you can take no damage.
Yeah, they brought the bug back, right? Where I don't take any. Yeah, this was fixed and they brought it back somehow.
I actually think that it's cool that it was brought back because it's like you think about it. Do you think it's really a problem? I mean, you have to. Oh my god, I just got a Divine Orb in Act 4.
Yeah, it is a problem. Yes.
You think it's a problem, really?
Yeah, I mean, you have the one of the best items in the game locked behind the no-hit run in the Sanctum, and you can just completely cheese that. So.
Yeah, but then you got to build an entire
unless...
character for it. Though. Like it's
but
it's a purpose-driven build.
Yeah, no, I think this is stupid. I mean, maybe what they could do is they allow you to like run Sanctum, just and the darkness works, okay, but it should not work for the no-hit run at least. The no-hit run should be no-hit run. So then I could live with that.
Yeah, fair enough. I do like the Darkness Reservation at least having some. I mean the cost to benefit analysis.
I mean the thing is like Chayula Monk, now that they've actually fixed the darkness bugs, like it was like bugged to shit, but they actually fixed it like after I stopped playing it, unfortunately, this league. But yeah, at some point they fixed it, and it's like fucking OP now because it's fixed.
Well,
like,
and then
it effectively gives you like double the like HP or so for like the first 60 levels of your progression or something.
No, it's
like,
super
all the
strong
way
in the
until...
campaign. And then the problem is it
campaign
caps.
is insane.
I wish it didn't cap off the chaos res, because I had the same thought too. It's like if you could overcap your chaos res and it doesn't get the balls cut off of it, you could actually stack darkness. I mean, it's a high cost too. Like you have to have no spirit. So I feel like you should be able to have it count for non-capped chaos res.
I think that wouldn't be too OP actually. Yeah, I think this will be okay.
It'd be fine, yeah. Because the rest of the Ascendancy is kind of boot cheeks, so like it's not very good. I guess you could do some volatility shenanigans, but It's one of the only reasons to
Yeah.
actually play that
Yeah,
class.
I tried volatility very briefly, but I was not a fan of that at all. It felt
Yeah.
so clunky and weird and inconsistent. And even if I can run around with like 50 stacks and explode for like okay for free, right? Like it was like okay, and what now? Nice. You know, most of the time it happened like right before the boss and then disappeared. Other times it happened like in the middle of nowhere. And, like I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, like the thing is like if you ever play hardcore monk now, especially like SSF, like Chayula and then respec to Invoker later, this is like the way. This is like super OP.
I agree with
because
that.
later you
It's-
have ES, evasion, hybrid or something, and he's just gonna be giga tanky anyway with Invoker. But
Well-
until then, it's actually very hard to play monk, and Chayula solves that.
Well, and then the darkness is on a separate counter from the ES, so you can use like Ghost Shroud to refill your ES, and then be able to like leapfrog basically your regeneration between the two of them is super nice too. It's one of the better parts of it. It's just, but like you say, it's. I wonder how much you could actually, if you could overcap the chaos. I wonder how much you could actually run that into the end game, because I feel like I would have gone all the way with it, because I could get enough damage other ways. Like I mean, yeah, sure, I'm sacrificing spirit, but I could still make a build that's going to kill something. It's just I didn't, that flat HP became less and less and less valuable to me, even with like Ghost Shroud and like leapfrogging the region. And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. I had the same problem. It's just like, okay, at some point you scan into energy shield, and okay, I was running around, I don't know, I had like 2k life, 3k ES, and like 1.5k darkness or something,
Yep.
and yeah, okay, nice and all, but at some point I was like, okay, fuck this, I'm gonna like craft some gear now. I respec into a bit more ES, I respec into Invoker, and suddenly I had like, 7k ES, 2k life, no darkness, and I was
Yep.
like, yeah, that is just way better, and I have all the stuff from the Invoker, and I have Ghost Shrouds, and yeah, GG.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt about it too. They did fix the one other thing. I was complaining to them about one other thing, which is this is pretty funny. I'm sure you came across the same thing. Depends if you did unarmed, I guess. But the Void Illusion portion of it, it is actually tagged for like unarmed, right? It's like, oh, it's tagged for unarmed, but they forgot to scale it with unarmed. So what happens is if you're running an unarmed build for Void Illusion, it actually does like 0 damage. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, and I tried it briefly and was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, log out.
Yeah, so I asked for that fix, and they actually did fix it. So Void Illusion now actually scales. Because I thought, okay, well then what I can do is I can just weapon swap the core staff for the dodge row or whatnot, but then you can't actually tag that because in Ascendancy skill you can't tag it to a weapon swap. So, and because it's tied to the dodge or whatever also. So like it didn't work either. So now you could actually do an unarmed Void Illusion build if you want, but then Void Illusion's still kind of dog shit, so I tried to make it work by using Temporalis and tying it to Blink, but then I realized Blink doesn't count as a dodge roll for the sake of Void Illusion, so you can't actually spam, you can't get your, do the Temporalis Blink spam in order to spawn a million Void Illusions, because they don't have it work with that. You have to actually dodge roll. So it's just,
Okay,
no
I
matter
see.
what, it's pretty fucking dog shit.
Yeah, I totally agree with all that.
So that one's dog shit, volatility's dog shit, and then it's like you have to ask yourself, why am I playing the Chalupa Monk? Basically, it's what happens with the Darkness res, which is why I come back to like, you actually let us overcap Darkness res, then like,
Yeah, I think
maybe have something.
allowing you to overcap darkness with chaos is kind of interesting as well. Like an interesting way to build a character, right? Where at the start it's like, man, I'm playing Chayula, I have Giga Chaos res, feels good, man, right? Because of the doubled res. But later you're like, man, I actually want to get all the Chaos res, right? It's actually like a kind of cool, like evolution of how the build will progress, I think.
And it's thematic, and Chaos Res itself is like kind of, not free, and there is a pseudo cap on it because, you can only get so much Chaos Res literally anyway. It's not like you're going to have more busted numbers than running Energy Shield, for instance. So I really don't see an issue with it. I was thinking about doing like a write-up and like, hey, what do you guys think about this, and see if they like it. Because I feel like Chalupa Monk is going to get forgotten again, since they kind of like just had some changes to it, and it's going to again be a class that people aren't playing.
Yeah, it is what it is, I think. It's not the craziest, need now to like fix Chayula or something. I feel like Chayula has a role right now, which is early game progression, and then you can always stop the Invoker, and that's kind of okay for now until they come back to it, I think. Maybe when you make the third Ascendancy, you're gonna look at it again or something.
Yeah, it feels kind of bad that that's its role, but yeah, I get you. How about Chrono? You said you're playing Chrono, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea if it's going to be good or not. I'm just like chilling right now, so I'm level 39. I'm just about to do my second ascendancy.
You seen the? Have you ever seen like those Chrono recoup builds that have like 22k ES and like they just sit there and AFK tank Arbiter slams and shit?
No, but it sounds funny.
Yeah, they got like crazy recoup with enough ES that they can tank anything, and then when they get hit, they like basically immediately have their region back up. It's pretty nutty. I saw a guy tank like Arbiter over and over again with it.
Another corpse of a count.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I know that like especially Trade League and like all kinds of crazy shenanigans of like Giga ES and whatever. So I don't really look at build guides and stuff, to be honest. So I kind of just like load up SSF and start blasting, and this is how I make my builds.
Yeah.
So
I like looking at crazy videos just to see what people are doing, but it's almost 9 out of 10 times when they're doing like a crazy build, it's nothing I can play anyway because it either takes like 15 years or 15,000 hours, so, or they're completely non-SSF viable.
yeah, exactly.
All right. Unfortunately, I think I have to go, my friend. Thanks for yapping with me and enduring my MMO stories.
Well, it was very fun, actually.
All right. Love you, buddy. Till next time.